Is this considered Lacey or Olympia? Do you know?
I think this is still Olympia.
How long have you been living out here?
Out on the streets, on and off since I was like 16 years old.
And how old are you now, Tova?
I'm 28.
So, so you live across the street there in that encampment area?
Yeah.
And do you have friends that are over there with you?
Yeah.
Do you feel pretty safe in that space?
I mean, for the most part, kind of, not really, but I mean, if a situation was going on, to be honest, on the streets, you can't really trust anyone, to be honest, but I mean, for the most part, kind of.
So when you say situation, what would a common situation, let's say at night, in an encampment out here on the streets be?
Well, I mean, it could be anything. Is like from some weirdo trying to pick you up off of the street, at odd hours at the night, or I don't know, somebody or it's just a random argument,
Can random arguments turn violent?
Oh, very, 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 very quickly, yeah. Very quickly.
So, what brought you out to living on the streets? What was the main factor of you ending up homeless?
I was born in Germany, and when we moved to the States, we moved away from my dad was in the military and stuff, but he was an abusive drunk. So we moved away from him shortly after we moved to the States. It's just me, my brothers, and my mom. She didn't know any English. She didn't know a lick of English or anything like that. But she ended up raising 3 kids out here in a foreign country and stuff. And she never got her citizenship. But by the time she actually worked for DSHS for 6 years. And she has never been in trouble at all, period. And she decided to apply for citizenship, but they denied her, and she had to go back to Germany, and she passed away 3 months after she moved back, and all 3 of us were already over 18 by then. So I got kicked out of the house. And then I got arrested for a stupid charge. And while I was in jail, my mom ended up moving back. And when I got out of jail, I didn't really have a home to go to. So I when I was 15, 16, I was running away. You know what I mean? I had problems at home and stuff. But then I never really resolved those issues. And by the time I was 18, I was fully on the streets.
Did you use drugs?
Yeah.
Have you been using drugs since you were a kid?
Yeah.
How old were you when you started?
16.
Who did you start using with?
It's actually an older guy. Some older guy. I don't really even know his name, but this is before I even knew what hard drugs were. I started smoking weed and stuff like that, but then I guess he showed me one day I smoked meth with him for the first time, and then
Same guy that started smoking weed with you?
Yeah.
Not long after you started smoking weed, you smoked meth?
Yeah. And then it was meth and heroin, and by the time I even knew what heroin was, I was hooked on it. So.
And so did that have a lot to do with your homelessness?
I mean,
being on drugs?
I feel yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel if I had if I had a better support system, whatever, because I said, my brothers and my mom was all I had, is all I knew. And if I had a better support system, better resources that were actually, people that actually worked with me, I could have gotten off of it. Getting clean really wasn't the hard part. It was just staying clean and knowing how to
It sounds like your mom was really limited in her ability to support you the way she needed. It sounded like she was fighting her own fight, and like maybe there were some things you just didn't learn when you were young, and so you ended up falling into this trap with this older guy that got you hooked on all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I fight for is trying to implement the necessary components in people's lives so that they can get their lives back, because most of us never like being out on the streets. Do you have kids?
I have an 8-year-old boy.
Where's your son?
He's in the system right now.
So he's in foster care?
Yeah.
I have 2 kids that grew up in foster care. That looks like that's something that you don't feel too good about. So do you spend a lot of time trying to not feel the pain that you feel because you feel like you abandoned your son?
I mean, yeah, that and, well, a lot more. There's a lot more than that, yeah. I feel like I'm self-medicating more than I ever did.
Because of, do you feel like you let your son down?
I mean, yeah, I do. Because, like my mom, like, she raised 3 kids in a foreign country, you know what I mean? Like, by herself, and, like, we've never been in foster care. Like, we've never had to, like, she got a job, and, you know, we, like, as kids, like, we had pretty much what we wanted, like, and, like, I feel like, you know, if she could have done that, then, you know, it, like,
Then why can't you?
I have no excuse, but, like, yeah.
So are there people, first I want you to know that I understand. I have 2 kids that grew up in the foster system. I was in a really similar kind of situation, okay? And I know how bad it hurts, and I know how much we beat ourselves up over it. So are there people that bring services out here to you guys that, you know, come and say that they can help you get clean, or is there anybody that tries to help you stay connected to your son?
Well, actually, no, not at all. There aren't any people that come out that offer like sobriety or anything like that at all. Period. Like there are people that come out and bring like expired food and pass them out every.
Do people
like,
bring clean needles out to you?
They bring. Oh yeah, they bring stuff like that. Yeah, they even bring cheap little fucking pipes to smoke out of, like.
So they bring you that kind of stuff, but nobody has offered you help to see your son.
No.
Nobody's offered to try to help you get into housing.
Mm-mm.
No one's tried to help you get clean with treatment.
Mm-mm.
Okay. If you could be doing anything different with your life right now, what would it be? And when I ask you that question, I want you to not think about what your capabilities are, but if your life could look like anything else, what would you want it to look like?
I mean,
Would you want to have your son with you?
yeah.
Living in an apartment somewhere? I'm trying to work hard to make those kind of things happen, Tova. I'm going to leave my card with you, okay? And I want you to call me, and I want to try to help you. Okay, can I hug you? I'm going to try to change things, okay? Because I understand how hard that is, and I understand what it feels like to have nothing, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for talking to me today.
Of course.
Yeah.